Hello everyone and welcome in. Danielle Stimpson of Learn Reiki Philadelphia here, and I'm so glad that you're here with me this afternoon. If you are new here, go ahead and click that live chat button. Feel free to make any request to your personal healing. We're going to start things off in our first hour by building a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all of your requests. If you are returning, welcome back and thank you for the ongoing support. And if you're watching this as a video recorded previously, you can go ahead and skip forward to the Reiki healing if you'd like. It's at roughly the 1 hour mark or where you see the lights begin to shift. If you want to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification trainings, one-on-one distance healings and tarot readings, as well as my crystal shop, go ahead and visit learnreikiphiladelphia.com or see the links below. I did just post my schedule for Reiki 1 and 2 classes through the summer, and I'll be posting Reiki Master offerings ASAP, so definitely get on that. And yes, as far as the kitties, they are here. Let's see. Who's visiting? Oh, you heard. Yes, it's Gertie. Awesome. You can stay here. Yes. Oh, good to see everybody. So yes, we have our visit from Gertie. It looks like a lot of us need it. So let's go ahead and pick up. Okay. Hey, Susan, I hope you and Greg are having fun in South Carolina. Unless you've already returned, I hope you did have fun. Jennifer, welcome in. Nathan, Dribby, AJ, Chris, good to see you again. Patty and or Key. And Dell, I hope you're doing well. I really, really do. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Okay, gotcha, Susan. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about the upcoming surgery. Okay, good stuff. So, hello, Athena Nicole. Good to see you too. I'm glad that you had a good vacation before you need to go in for surgery, especially. Let's do some love for the Quartz stuff. So, may justice prevail. We have aquamarine. This is also fantastic for deflecting pettiness. Even like we often joke here that this is like the anti-Karen stone. We often find that this stone is great for anything having to do with fluids in the body as well, but yeah, helps with justice. Hey, Virginia. Gotcha. We can get to that, and we'll get to all the requests today. And the other justice stone is also great for channeling. This is sapphire. Yeah, natural sapphire. This is what it looks like before it's cut and polished all pretty to sit in a necklace or a ring. It helps with channeling, connection to your angels, and understanding the messages we get and translating them for someone else to understand. It's also great for protecting the thyroid, the ears and eyes, and also it's thought to be helpful for dementia, but it's great for speedy justice. So let's bring this in. Okay, and let me switch over the camera angle too so you can see. There we go. As per usual, we're starting out with our mirror to help reflect and deflect any negative energy, and we have copper to help break up any energy blockages. Here is our aquamarine, and here are our sapphires. This is what it looks like, how it forms in the earth. And let's see. Sorry, I updated my OBS and my settings are all over the place. Let's do the split screen. This is much better. Okay, so yeah, everything is where we said. Women's health and wellness. Pink tourmaline. Great for hormones for anyone, but especially for women. It's great for anything having to do with gynecologic issues. Yeah, beautiful. This is also great for anything having to do with those hormones from puberty on up, really. It's also great for neuralgia as well as migraines. So, yeah, we'll bring that in. Okay, wonderful. And I will get to everybody. I'm just going to go ahead and take a peek at this. For Susan, for the hip replacement, let's go ahead and do howlite and shungite. So shungite is one that we've been using quite a bit for lots of different reasons because it is such a diverse stone in what it covers. Right here, this is a stone that's fantastic for clearing energy. It's great for releasing stress, emotional blockages, and emotional pain. But it's also great for physical recovery and tissue repair, especially with getting better after surgery. So this will be helpful. But it also deflects a lot of not great energy and helps to remove a lot of yucky energy from our field. It's also really great for anyone who's sensitive to electromagnetic fields. So shungite, hoping that that supports you. And howlite is superb for bones and joints. So I'm definitely going to bring this in for you. And this is whether you have bone density issues or are having surgery on a bone, broken bone. Superb for all of those things. But yeah, whether it's the joint, the bone itself, this is all about bone health. This is also a great stone for anger, resentment, and frustration. It helps us to take the sting out of those really difficult emotions so that we can make the changes in our life necessary to hopefully not have to deal with those things. Oh, bye, Gertie. Okay. And then we've got howlite. Okay, so I hope your surgery goes well and you are quickly on the mend. And let's do let's bring in some love for PTSD as well as PTSD and anxiety as well as allergies. Oh, and thank you for subscribing, AJ. It's good to have you aboard. Okay, let's see. Let's get some green calcite going. Green calcite is my go-to for anxiety. It's seriously powerful and very supportive. And it can come in a number of different shades of green. But not only does it help release the burden and the anxiousness and kind of reassures and calms us, but it also helps to unwind the physical tension we hold in our body because of anxiety and because of stress. It helps us to not quite clench quite so much and helps to unwind the muscle aches and pains that can come from that and even the tiredness that could come from that. So, but this, great for nervousness, reassuring, calming, supporting, and helping stress and especially anxiety in any kind of way. And for PTSD, which is something I struggle with too, I find one of the best stones for it is black obsidian. Black obsidian is volcanic glass, and it's excellent for acute trauma and old trauma as well. It's also great for physical shock. It kind of stabilizes. It's with you in that moment of being in it. It's with you, and it allows you to kind of dissolve the intensity just a bit so that you can start to process it more effectively. So black obsidian is one that we often use for like being highly protective, but also helping to ground trauma, physical shock, emotional shock, any of that kind of stuff. So black obsidian. So I hope you're feeling better, or I hope that's supportive anyway. For allergies, which I also struggle with, and I think this year even people who don't normally struggle with allergies seem to be impacted this year, I'm going to bring in some rhodonite, which is great for allergies, asthma, and the lungs in general. And I know that Chris, as well as Heart's husband, need some support in the lungs, so we'll bring that in. This is also great for insecurities and for healing a broken heart. This is one that helps you to heal and mend that broken heart in such a way that you can, at some point in the future, open your heart once again. So I actually have crematory jewelry made of rhodonite for that reason. And I'm wearing it right now. There you go. So I hope that helps. I know allergies are no fun. Oh yeah, believe me, we will not joke about the dietary stuff, and no, there's a lot of things that are significantly painful that aren't necessarily things we want to talk about. And so lots of love to anyone who's requesting it in such an open venue. I totally get it. Oh, someone losing their dog, so definitely grief. Okay. Oh, lots of good requests today. Dell, nightmares, cramps, and swollen ankles. Hopefully the pink tourmaline will help some of that. As far as nightmares, let's bring in some iolite. Either either iolite or labradorite can be really helpful for nightmares. Either one, and I'll probably end up putting both in here throughout this grid. But iolite is great for better sleep, especially for intuitive types of dreams and intuitive causes for keeping you awake. So if these nightmares are anything of an extension of either being connected to spirit, or if it's something older in your past, whatever the case might be, iolite can help you disconnect from that a little bit and get better quality of sleep. But because it also has help with clairvoyance, this is a stone that can definitely help you connect with spirit in a more effective and helpful way. It's also great for fever and weight loss. If those are anyone's goals, this can help you with that. Of course, we're not going to use crystals in place of anything, but in addition to, definitely. Let's see. Hi, Jenny. Self-esteem and ambition. Oh, we'll definitely get on that. AJ, broken hand, oof, mending a relationship, well-being, overwhelmed by life, health recovery for medical issues. Broken hand, definitely the howlite as well as the shungite will help, but it seems like we've got a lot of healing up, like getting banged up kind of stuff. Let's see. Let's bring in some Epidote. Epidote's helpful for recovering from illness and injury. It's great for the brain, especially for anything degenerative like Parkinson's disease. And it helps with negative self-talk. That's like when we're telling ourselves, you can't do that, you're terrible at that kind of stuff. This helps to reprogram that. It also helps with the nervous system as well as the skin. But when it comes to recovery from illness and injury, this is one we don't often use, and I definitely want to bring it in. Let's also do support for well-being, overwhelmed by life. That'll definitely help the nervous system of feeling overwhelmed. And I feel like I added this the other day, and I feel like I'm going to add it again. Fluorite is really helpful for chaotic energy, and if this eclipse and everything else isn't chaotic, I don't know what is, but it is very relaxing, and it's never a bad day for this. Another thing besides kind of calming the chaos and allowing us to be our own eye of the storm, so to speak, is that it helps us to find some kind of organization within that storm and help us to feel like there is some kind of structure within our lives, if we want one, that is. It's also great for bringing comfort to new moms and newborns. So we'll bring in some fluorite. And hopefully that'll help with that overwhelmed in life kind of feeling too. And we'll definitely have more about overwhelm and mental health and stuff too. Emerald. Emerald is great for healing the skin and tissue, finding a bit of passion for life where you've lost it. And it's great for the lungs and the upper respiratory system. Also preparing for success. I'm actually going to bring some in right now. I think someone did request it. Yeah. But yeah, this will definitely help with the healing skin and tissue. And additionally, when it comes to the lungs and the upper respiratory stuff, for Chris and for Heart's husband. We'll bring that in. So that is what ruby looks like, raw ruby. And let's see what else. Cool. For self-esteem, there's a couple good ones. Let's bring in some, actually let's bring in black onyx. This will help for self-esteem, and this will also help support Jennifer's friend who's losing their dog. This is a stone that's excellent for self-doubt and creating self-esteem. It's black onyx, just jet black there. It also helps to ground fear and anxiety, so it'll definitely help with the anxiety request. But it's fantastic for grief, especially if it's a family member or someone who is like a family member. It helps us to connect with our ancestors. It's great for protection against people who are like playing games, and it also helps with, in general, helping us to feel more connected to the feelings we have during grief, but in a way where we can start to process them more and not just be kind of overwhelmed by them. So I'll bring this in for both the self-esteem and the grief and the consolation side of that. Absolutely. And we also had a request for garnet. Oh, we had a request for jade. So. Jade is fantastic for really just an all-around blessing of everything. This is positive energy and good fortune in your personal life, your work life, in your community, in your finances, in love, in all of the things that matter. And that's why the stone is considered so sacred to so many peoples, both in China and in Central America. So that's jade. Because I usually slide it under, but that would kind of ruin the grid. What I'm going to do is slide it under. So there we go. Good stuff. So we've got the jade in there. Okay. Increased sales revenue and cranky moods. You got it. Increased sales revenue. Let's bring in our favorite toxic stone. Let's bring in some mercury. So mercury is cinnabar, and they are the teeny little red dots here is cinnabar. Cinnabar is mercury. It is very toxic. Do not let children or animals play with this. This is a better close-up of what it looks like. And cinnabar has for centuries been seen as the merchant stone. It helps to attract customers to a business. So, yeah. But it is very toxic, and we know that now. So we'll go ahead and we'll place this in the center there. So hopefully increased sales. I'm also going to bring in for general mood. Let's go ahead with some yellow calcite. This one will also bolster self-esteem and self-confidence. Just bring in a little bit of happy. So this is great for optimism, boundaries, and getting started or continuing on your path for your own wishes, desires, and goals in life. It helps you to let go of needing the approval of others, and it helps you to let go of obligations we feel that really aren't in alignment with our highest good. It helps release a lot of that kind of energy. It also helps support your idea of self-identity, finding that joy within yourself and bringing it out into the world. It empowers the solar plexus chakra. So lots of optimism, lots of self-confidence, lots of help for your personal identity and your sense of free will. And it's really like a breath of fresh air. So that will help. Swollen ankles, Del. Let's see. Aquamarine helps with fluids in the body. I'm also going to go with Unakite, which also helps with circulation of fluids in the body and is another stone of women's health and fertility. It's also great for women at any point in their life hormonally, as well as quitting smoking and other addictions, and metabolism. So that's Unakite. So I hope that helps with the fluid buildup in your ankles. Let's see. Honey calcite's different. Dr. Libby, yeah, we can do a stone for you. We can do, for what you have going on, and I'm just going to bounce around to everybody to try to find stones that'll hit a few different requests so we have room for everybody. But Dalmatian jasper is always a good bet. This one definitely helps with all kinds of digestive upset from mouth all the way to the other side. So Dalmatian jasper, including things like Crohn's, IBS, anything else. But Dalmatian jasper has black tourmaline running through it, meaning that black tourmaline helps to repel negative energy. So this also helps clear our auric field and helps to bring about a space of cooperation if you leave it around, say, like a workplace or anything. It also helps break up cynicism. So this can be a really, really helpful stone for a lot of things. But yeah, it's one of my go-to stones for people with digestive upset, especially if it's, no matter where it's showing up. You know, like I have celiac and it shows up earlier in the tract, and I use that a lot. It helps to cool things down greatly. So I hope that helps. And also the stones that have to do with tissue repair will definitely help you. Let's see what else we got. Honey calcite, yes, we have honey calcite is different, and it's one of the most beloved stones here. This is optimism in challenging times, and it helps attract really good people, colleagues, love interests, etc., into our life and into our path so that we can have a good connection with them. Where yellow calcite resonates with the solar plexus and your center of free will, self-identity, and confidence in that. This also works with balancing the sacral chakra, which is how and where we relate to the world around us, including the people in it. And so this helps with how we can be ourselves and relate to other people. So it can be really, really helpful too. So it's a little bit different, but they certainly complement each other really, really well. I did see a request for garnet, so I'm going to bring that in. Of course, I'm a bit of a sucker for garnet because I am a Capricorn and I was born during January, so this is January's birthstone. This helps organization and courage as well as creativity. This helps you to find the best way to use your energy and your time to get things done, not necessarily the way you've always done them, but the newest, best way. It's also great for practicality in general and also finding balance and finding strength when everything is shifting and changing beneath you. So we'll bring that in. Think of it as the Capricorn, the animal that conveys the essence of Capricorn, is a mountain goat. And mountain goats go up clear rock faces and they find enough to balance on. So think of them as that, like they can climb that mountain even though it's not really climbable to anything else but a mountain goat. So this is the one that'll help you find that stability where nobody else could manage to find it. And that's a lot of how garnet can help. Let's see. Yeah, and Patty, you are like memorizing the stones here. I love this. Yeah, let's see. Ambition, let's get some of that. Ambition, definitely polychrome jasper. This helps to reignite your sense of purpose and like give you a really helpful boost in wanting to actually go out and do the things in alignment with your soul's purpose. It very much resonates with the Earth Star chakra, and that's the one that encompasses the effort we put forth in alignment with our soul's purpose. So it's all aligned there. It definitely helps with self-confidence and motivation. It helps to break up if you feel indifferent or if you just feel like you are somehow blocked in getting things done. This is a really helpful stone. It's also great for physical movement and joint health, including the joints in the lower body. So this can also help Susan. So polychrome jasper. I really love polychrome jasper. I think it's kind of an underrated stone. Let's see, Key had a bunch of, I don't know about you, but this chaotic energy is hitting me different and I'm drinking extra coffee. Ruby, snowflake obsidian, red tiger eye. Let's see, tiger eye. Tiger eye also helps with, or is that red tiger eye? Red tiger eye. Red tiger eye is about the most protective stone that I have. And it can help protect against everything from bullying to nasty spiritual work. Much like gold tiger eye, but much more in line with the root chakra, fear and safety, vital needs, primal urges, fight or flight type stuff. And it's really beautiful. It's also great for manifesting quick money. So if anyone needs that, you can ask this stone to help you accordingly. Snowflake obsidian is a stone that can help us to relieve guilt and release guilt that's just not helping us. It's one thing to feel guilty for something you did. It's another to hold yourself back forever because of it. It's also, a lot of times when we feel guilty, we didn't necessarily do anything to feel guilty. We're just feeling the guilt. This helps with that. It also helps to balance the body, mind, and spirit and help develop a sense of serenity, peace, and hope, especially after a time of loss or any kind of difficult time. So snowflake obsidian. Ruby helps with courage to be yourself, especially when it relates to leadership. It is a fantastic leadership and management skill. It's also helpful for fibromyalgia, love, and fertility. Beautiful ruby. Some rubies here. Okay. Meditation, focus, and compassion. Definitely bring something in for that. Okay, lapis, celestite, chevron. So sunstone can help us to overcome any limiting self view that we have. This helps us to be the brightest version of ourselves. It helps us to expand our vision of our own potential and can greatly encourage us to do more and aim higher, because we can absolutely achieve that. So, orange sunstone. We have tree agate, which in Ayurveda, the sister science of yoga, the energy channels through the body are, we could almost analogize them to like the circulatory system and the system of veins, and even down into capillaries in the body, how it goes from bigger to smaller in terms of those channels that bring the blood through. In Ayurveda, it's seen as a similar but separate sort of system that brings energy throughout the body. Tree agate is sacred. It's thought to help clear and balance all of those throughout the body, allowing for more optimal health regardless of what body type you might have. So we will bring in tree agate. Chevron amethyst is great for connecting with spirit, having spirit hear our request, and also being able to hear spirit's response. It also helps with tolerance of others, so I feel like this can help with compassion. And also with shamanic journeying, journey work, channeling in general. So pretty. So I'll bring that in. And Numite is only mined a couple months a year in Greenland, and it is very old, like 3 to 4 billion years old. So let's see. So you can see it is pitch black, but it's got this beautiful gold that kind of just catches the light, referred to as labradorescence. It's seen as a stone that helps you to go between the veil, the living and the dead, but even more importantly, if you're doing shadow work, this allows you to go to the depths of yourself, what you need to heal, and while you're there, get inspired. These beautiful glints of golden are meant to show the inspiration and blessings and messages you get from spirit when you do that, so that you find gold when you're digging through muck, if you're working on yourself in that sense. Like I said, it's also thought to help bridge the gap between ours and the spirit realm, so it's very linked with spirits and also hospice work. And it can also be very, very protective. Some folks put these near anything they want protected, like their tarot cards, to help keep negative energy at bay. So, Numite. So I'll put the Numite here. Celestite helps us to better connect with our angels. Higher wisdom, guidance, discerning thoughts from fears, and allowing us to better understand our spiritual guidance. It also may impact our experience of pain, because it kind of lifts our spirit out of our body just slightly, and so it changes our focus so that we're not as aware of the pain we're in physically. Connects us more to spirit. So we'll bring this in. Celestite is easily one of my favorite stones. And lapis helps with pain, inflammation, and integrity. This is a stone that helps you to have follow through, to hold yourself accountable and take responsibility for your actions and inactions. It helps with deep honesty, truth, and communication. And it also is a stone that can help you if you're looking to bring about career advancement. It's also great for vertigo and hearing loss, so very much an inner ear stone. And it's really just beautiful. We love it. So we will bring this in. Okay. So thank you for those requests. Let's see. anything extra balance related too. I will definitely keep that in mind. Larimar, opal, amethyst, and we got ruby. Larimar. Opal is, this is fire opal, but opal has always thought to have been sacred to the shaman. Basically, when a spiritual healer or shaman is doing their work, they may elicit the attention of, say, spiritual entities that do not mean to be helpful. So this helps to keep the healer hidden in any kind of spiritual realms. This way they can continue to do their healing work. So it's very protective. It's almost like an invisibility cloak if you think of it that way. So we'll put that here. And Larimar helps with connecting to your spiritual purpose with confidence, and helps you to remember that your spiritual path is going to be completely unique. And so it's going to look and feel a lot like you are sort of a pioneer, because you need to be, because that's just how it works. Nobody's path is the same on this. So this is one that reminds you that not only can you be a bit of a pioneer, but encourages you to be a spiritual pioneer and follow your own inner light down the path that you're most meant to take. So we will do some Larimar around here. And we got that amethyst. Let's do the other amethyst. Okay. Amethyst is helpful for any kind of work you're doing on yourself. So self-improvement work in general, regardless of the type or style or variety. This helps you with very much completing the tasks that you've promised and personal responsibility, while also not taking on responsibility for other people. It's personal responsibility for yourself and not taking on the responsibilities of others. This is also a great stone for anyone that's opening up to spirituality or is new to the concept, and it helps us to take things a little bit lighter and more gentle on ourselves. It also can help with restorative sleep. So we'll definitely bring in amethyst. Awesome. So glad you are here. And we'll also hit Chris's request, and then there were another couple too. Green aventurine, absolutely. Aventurine really goes well with sunstone. This is a stone that helps you to do some heart healing and see that you're more than you think you are. Helps you to gently expand your vision of yourself and what you're capable of. It also helps with heart rhythms, and it's another one that helps with allergies and eye problems. And it's also linked with the courage to learn new things like computers, things like that. So, aventurine. Okay. We're also going to do some, let's see. Peridot is helpful for breaking up bad habits and limiting cycles. It's also great for shoring up those friendships that help support us to be the best version of ourselves. We all know those friends. Keep your peridot close by, and those friends as well. This is also great for IBS, acidity, Crohn's, anything digestive-wise, as well as depression, weight gain, and can even call in a little bit of prosperity. So peridot. Blue kyanite. Rutilated quartz helps with giving us physical energy, and it also helps with focusing the mind, harmonizing the mind-body connection, and it's for several decades been seen as a great gift for anyone who's struggling with cancer. It's thought to help focus whatever healing treatments they're getting to go to exactly where it's most needed. But this is definitely known for energizing and giving us some nice mental clarity when it's needed, and I think we all could use a little more. So we'll bring this in. Also, lots of love in mind to Korakar's stepfather. We have hematite, which is very grounding. It has iron in it, which makes it physically heavy, and you can actually magnetize these if you want to. But this is even written about in the Bible and way before. It's thought that this helped clear the energy of the blood. So yeah, and it very much clears the energy of our entire body. It helps us to connect with the earth, feeling physically rooted and grounded. So if you feel like you're having a hard time focusing on your regular mundane life, this is a really good stone to work with. It also does help you let go of any energy that you're carrying around that you don't quite need. It helps you to connect it with the earth for renewal and transformation. So hematite for sure. Blue kyanite helps us to have confidence and self-respect, and more than anything, love for ourselves, especially in a world that tells us everything's wrong with us, and if only we would fork over some more money, we would be perfect. And yeah, that's not how it works. Also helps with understanding any kind of spiritual messages, from dreams to meditations, and is thought to help with certain neurological concerns as well. So blue kyanite. Labradorite, as I mentioned before, this one can definitely help better sleep, and it's also great for workplace harmony and research and study. Research and study, because I know we're getting to that part of the year. Labradorite as well as tiger eye are great for those of you who are cramming for finals. It's also great for finding errors and having very detailed attention. So it's a stone that I often think of for my friends that do things like coding and data analysis and things like that. And it also helps us to have joy in travel, and it aids in clairvoyance, which is spiritual sight. So we'll bring this in. Where shall we place you? Let us place Labradorite in opposites here and here. Herkimer can help with manifesting, and it also helps us to be in the present moment, which is so important if we're asking for something new. It helps us to experience where we're at and not just wish our lives away. It also helps to harmonize unbalanced energy and balances metabolism and intuitive ability. So it's beautiful, beautiful clear quartz that naturally forms under the Earth's surface just like this all around the Herkimer, New York region in the U.S. We are finding room today. Rose quartz helps us open our heart to love, and also makes it a lot easier for us to let go of really low vibe energy that's just not serving us, especially the really tightly held things of old hurt feelings that we think, okay, well, if I forget about this, I'm going to let that pain happen again. This reminds you that there's something else that we can fill that void with, namely unconditional love. So rose quartz is very helpful in just allowing us to recalibrate kind of like our base energy. So let's go ahead and place you under some snowflake obsidian. There we go. Carnelian Pyrite Moonstone. Let's see. Pyrite. Moonstone. Moonstone is perfect. We had that super powerful new moon in the later degrees of Aries yesterday. I'm an Aries rising, and woo, that was some intense energy. Yeah, but Moonstone is very much connected with the cycles of nature, including the moon, which controls the tides, which controls pretty much everything. It also helps connect with the divine feminine and anything that has to do with protection of women. It's also helpful for another one for travel protection, as well as releasing patterns and stoking intuition. I often think of this stone very much in alignment with like the High Priestess and the Tarot. So like connection to wisdom, understanding the cycles, knowing what's going to happen, this like inner knowingness, this connection to the cycles. Yeah, love Moonstone. So we'll go ahead and hide this under our red tiger eye. And Moonstone and Labradorite and Rainbow Moonstone are very much related. Rainbow Moonstone, or that kind of white moonstone that you might see, that's actually white Labradorite. But the marketing name is more like Rainbow Moonstone. But they're all related. We also have Carnelian, which helps the sacral chakra. It's all about the sacral chakra. So that is creativity, passion, sexual function, dysfunction, and I think I said fertility, but it's also creativity. It's also how we relate to others and the community around us, and even in a workplace. So this can help also with wound healing, colds, and allergies. So definitely the wound healing and the allergies are helping us today, as well as attracting a partner or mate. Moonstone also great for attracting a partner. So we'll bring these in. Let's put this. And pyrite helps the lungs, and it also helps with intuition as well as protection. So anytime that whether you're opening up to new ways of being intuitive or you know someone that is, this one can be really helpful because it holds that space between, yes, I want to be open to hear or see, but I don't want to be open to these things over here. It can help set that filter. It also helps the body make the most of a Reiki treatment and helps the brain and memory, as well as, like I said, the lungs. And it's also thought to aid during fever. It's very protective, helps intuition, and it's pretty. It's also thought to bring in financial abundance, kind of like fool's gold brings the real gold, because this is fool's gold. If you've ever heard the term fool's gold, this is what they're talking about as pyrite. Okay. And we have pink tourmaline. So we have aragonite. And remember when I was putting out the polychrome jasper and I talked a little bit about the Earth Star chakra being the place where we enact our soul's vision? Yeah. So aragonite helps us do that. And aragonite is one of the two types of calcite in these. This is aragonite with Caribbean blue calcite. The Caribbean blue calcite works more with the soul star chakra, which is where we envision the highest potential that we can possibly achieve, which is always changing and upgrading and things as we change and make up our minds and make choices and make causes. So this is a stone that helps embody the uppermost areas of our energetic experience and the lowest with the Earth Star chakra and enacting our soul's mission and putting our feet out there and doing the tasks that are aligned with our spiritual mission. This, because it helps balance both of those opposite ends, it balances everything in between, including the flow of Kundalini, coiled at the base of the spine, and all the other sacred energy within the body. So aragonite with Caribbean blue calcite, currently there's a lot of this being mined in Pakistan, so you may find quite a bit of it out there for purchase, and a lot of it is going to be less sort of translucent and more opaque. So just to kind of let you know. So we're going to go ahead and where the labradorites are, we're going to bring 2 more of these to balance. There we go. There we go. Awesome. Awesome. So glad that you're here, Chris, and I really do hope your lungs are doing better. Yeah, lots of great requests. Hey, T, good to see you. Lori Curtis, conflict and passing tests. We have focus, meditation for Dell, so we definitely have that. Blue lace agate, I can add that. Blue lace agate, I love this stone. It's so pretty, and it can be pricey, so just know that. I know that it's out there, it's available, but it can be, I have some in the crystal shop, but it is a more expensive stone. It's just harder to find these days, but it is pretty. So this is blue lace agate. And for the sake of me saying it's just so pretty, and then these are so small. This is an untumbled, unpolished piece of blue lace agate. Isn't it pretty? Yes. So blue lace agate helps with everything that has to do with the throat and the throat chakra. So skin allergies, sore throats, difficulty speaking, and also expressing your emotions, especially if those are difficult emotions to express. It can also help you to talk about something that you know is going to be difficult for the other person or people to hear. This is another stone to have around to help you embody that sensitivity. It also is thought to be helpful for arthritis and fractures and tension headaches. So there we go. We'll just sprinkle some around because why not? There we go. And hey, W. I hope you are well. Any requests? Let's see. Conflict and anything for passing tests. Tiger eye and labradorite are really helpful. Oh yes, please do like the stream, everybody. Thank you, Patty. Thank you. I'm bad at all the extra YouTuber stuff. Passing tests, I definitely say labradorite. I'm also going to bring in some tiger eye, I think. Let's bring in this piece of tiger eye. Tiger eye in general helps with like bigger like eagle eye vision for study and recall. It helps you to take what you're studying and rather than just seeing it as a bunch of disconnected facts, running it all together and seeing the full story so that you can kind of memorize all of it in a very accessible format in a way where everything makes sense. So tiger eye, this is really good for test taking and studying, as is labradorite. So I'm going to put this in the center. And one more. We'll do meditation. Let's bring in some Prehnite. This is a great one to help stop the mind from wandering when you're meditating or doing any spiritual work. It's also great for spiritual teaching, whether you're learning something spiritual or teaching it. This is a great stone for imparting that kind of spiritual wisdom. I have a bunch behind me that I keep there for when I'm teaching Reiki classes online for that exact reason. When I had my brick and mortar location, there was a ton of Prehnite on the altar. It's also great for helping lucid dreaming and any kind of prophecy or divination work that you're doing. So we'll bring this in. There we go. That's a very full grid today. It's just a little bit of room left. So let's see what we got. Tibetan Quartz, you got it. So Tibetan Quartz is a very powerful stone that it's almost like Herkimer diamond, except from Tibet. But basically, yeah, it forms like this. This is a natural double terminated point, was not cut in this point. And Tibetan quartz usually has some kind of inclusion in the middle, like this one does. This one also has a vug or a hole in it that you can kind of see in the reflection. That means that as it was forming, there was something in its way and it formed around it. And over time, whatever that was broke down and decomposed and is now part of history. And it's left this hole in the stone. But Tibetan quartz is fantastic for connecting intuitively. It is very, very potent intuitive energy for sure, and often appears on a lot of people's altars and things like that, and places where people might do channeling or connecting with spirit as in some type of shamanic way. It's a really beautiful stone. It also feels very wise and very grounding at the same time that it's helping open you up to intuition. I love these stones, and I actually just got a bunch in that I can put on the website soon, which is super exciting because they are kind of harder to find. So yeah, I'm doing a lot of research on it right now before I list it on the website. So yeah, there we go. So I think we are loaded. So we're a little bit on in time and we're pretty full. So usually I would pick a couple stones and have you all vote, and whichever one wins, we put in the grid. But because we're running a little bit behind and we're kind of full, let's do the other thing that we often do. So communal chi is a big factor in what's going on today. So communal chi in Chinese medicine is basically the more people come together with the same or similar intention, the greater the energy available to everyone is magnified. So that's already happening regardless of anything. But to even play on that a little bit more, one of the best ways to raise the energy vibration of anything is to think about what you're grateful for. So if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and like the stream. And while you're doing that, go ahead and put some things in the chat that you're grateful for. And that'll help lift the energy even higher while I briefly explain what Reiki is and what to expect to anyone who's new. And then we're going to dive right into the healing. So thank you all so much for being here, and I'll see you in a moment. So thanks again for being here. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and I've been teaching and practicing Usui Reiki professionally for over 14 years. If you want to learn more about my live online certification courses, one-on-one distance healings and tarot readings, or my crystal shop, go ahead and visit Learn Reiki Philadelphia online, or learnreikiphiladelphia.com on our website, or look down in the description below and you'll see all the links that you need. You can Also, sign up for my newsletter with the link in the description. Whenever I run sales, they are the first people to know. So that would be the best way for you to know about everything coming up. So what is Usui Reiki? Well, this particular style of Reiki or energy healing is named Usui Reiki after this method's founder. And he created this particular set of techniques in the early 1920s in Japan. And the very understanding of what is energy in this particular case can be best seen in Shintoism, which is the indigenous spirituality of Japan, in which it's believed everything has a soul. Everything. You, me, the trees, the ground, the grass, the everything has a soul. And all of those souls are interconnected, and there is a lot connected within that. That there are spiritual forces at play that everyone has access to. One of which is this spiritually guided soul energy or life force energy. And that's what Reiki translates to, spiritually guided soul energy. And this energy, even though we might not be aware of it culturally or in any way at all, it's still there. And our body, mind, and spirit are working with it all the time to bring about the best balance and greatest good in that moment. Even though we might not be aware of this energy or our body working with it, it's nonetheless there, much like how we're mostly made of water and we don't usually think of it. And water is so important for every single thing our body does, yet we can't change what our body does with that water by thinking about it. Our body just does what it does. And it's very similar with that Reiki energy. Even though we may not have a name for it, we're kind of used to it being there. Essentially, what I'll be doing today is connecting to that energy, that Reiki energy, and directing more of it to you to help support your body's physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Because your physical, mental, and emotional well-being know what to do with that energy. They've been knowing what to do with that energy since before you were a whole being. So essentially, I'll connect with that energy, direct more of it to you, regardless of where you are or when you are. So if you're watching this in the future, hello from the past, you're going to have just as effective a healings if you were here live. Of course, if you would like to join us live, I'm here 5 times a week, same days, same times. Schedule is in the description, or you can subscribe with your notifications on so you don't miss an opportunity. But either way, if you're enjoying this now, you'll enjoy the session. You may feel some shifts in your physical body. You may feel some emotions come up or be released. You may notice on a mental level, you have an opportunity to think some things through or process some things that you haven't been able to recently. And on a spiritual level, you may have an intuitive connection, or you may just get a sudden burst of knowledge or an idea or a solution to a problem you've been working through. Or you may have a really great nap, but more than likely, you're going to have some combination of all of the above, the best combination that suits you right in this moment. If you want to set any special intentions for your healing, you can do that at any time. Just bring it to mind and let it go. But you don't have to focus on anything during your session. You don't have to keep your mind silent. You simply just can be exactly as you are right now. I generally encourage folks to get physically comfortable, whether that's sitting up or laying down. And, you might go to sleep, and that's awesome. But I will send to you for 25 minutes. And at the end of that 25 minutes, you'll hear my voice come in. I'll invite you to take a deep breath in and out and slowly come back to your body and the space that you're in. At that point, I'll reopen the chat, and you can ask any questions or share any experiences you feel inclined to share, and we'll move on from there. During the session itself, I will turn the lights down. You'll notice that they move slowly and gently through several different colors. At no point will it flash or strobe. And I will turn up the music. If you'd like to learn more about our musical creator, you can check out the link to her YouTube at the bottom of the description below. So, get ready to simply be. Also, you can use this time to simply relax and enjoy the experience, or you can stretch, do some yoga, journal, pull some cards for yourself. Whatever feels right in this moment is the right way to enjoy this time. Those of you who are here live know that you can always go to our past healing live streams, which are up. There's almost 300 now for you to pick from. You can just pick one by the picture of the grid in the thumbnail, and you'll just know that it's the one for you, and you can enjoy anytime. So thank you so much for being here. It is an honor, and I absolutely love sharing this healing with all of you when and wherever you happen to be. As a reminder, today is Friday, April 21st, 2023. So I will be back for the 8 p.m. East Coast US stream tonight as well as on Sunday for 8 p.m. So let's go ahead, see what everybody was holding on to for their beautiful blessings and get into the Reiki. Ta-da! Ooh, that's really pretty. Really, really pretty. Oh, I love all the gratitudes. Oh, hey, PPA did something decent? Go, Jen. Way to manifest. Hi. You're so welcome, and I'm so glad you're here. Let's see. Oh, wonderful. Thank you, everyone, so much. So everybody get comfy. I'm going to start sending. I will see you all in about 25 minutes. Enjoy your session. I invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back to the room that you're in. Return to your body. Thank you all so much for being here. It's an honor and a pleasure as always to share this healing with all of you. You're so welcome, Jennifer. And thank you everyone so much for being here. The kittens are currently sleeping like a yin and a yang. They're just curled up around each other. Yeah, absolutely, W. Let's see if I can bring you on a field trip. And there are the little babies. Hi, Sarah. Yep. Okay. Sorry for the field trip. Yep, so that's where the kitties are usually when you're getting Reiki. Curled up under the desk. Thank you all so much for being here. It means the world. And as a reminder, for those of you who are new, I'm here 5 times a week. Same days, same times every week. They're listed in the description below, all East Coast US time. So I will be back tonight at 8 p.m. East Coast US time. You're absolutely all wonderful for being here, and thank you for saying hello, those of you that generally hang out in the background. I appreciate it so much. Yes, have a lovely weekend. Anyone that's not going to be back around this weekend for sure. Yes, thank you, Dell. Maybe all walk in beauty and maybe all walk in peace too. Lots of love to all of you this weekend. Definitely the vibes from this eclipse season will definitely continue on through the full moon. Yeah, it's going to be a good 2 weeks where we're going to be feeling this energy. And today Mercury stationed retrograde, which is nothing to fear. Seriously, it doesn't mean everything's going to go wrong. Just means contracts are a little bit funky and communication's a little bit weird and travel can get a little snarled. But let's face it, travel can get snarled on a day ending in Y just because. So it's going to be okay. But this weekend, I'm going to start working on the tarot for all 12 signs for May, so look forward to that. And I definitely hope I get to see you all again soon. Susan, if I don't see you before Monday, all the best to you as you go through surgery. I hope you heal up nice and quick. And everyone else, I certainly hope that you feel better than when you came in. Lots of love to everyone. I really appreciate you. Definitely remember to hit that like button on the way out. And consider subscribing and all that other good YouTuber stuff. But of course, if you want to learn more about me, check out learnreikiphiladelphia.com. And if you have any questions at all about Reiki, what you experienced, or anything at all, you can go ahead and use the comments here, or you can reach out to me through my website if it's more personal. So thank you for being here. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to start bringing the stream to a close here so I can downshift, put everything away, and get ready for the 8 p.m. Oh, weekend blessings to you too. Much love to you too, AJ, and bye for now. And Susan, yeah, you'll try to get here for Sunday if you want. If you're not here Sunday, I'll just include you in it energetically, that the energy of the session reach you when you go to sleep that night. So the night before surgery, you'll get energy no matter what. So lots of love to you and Greg. But I'm going to go ahead and wind things down here. Thanks again, all of you, for being here. It's always a pleasure to share, and I hope to see you again very soon. So take care, and bye for now.